Hello. Happy Tuesday. And I really have lost track of the days as I missed a dear friend's birthday yesterday. So hopefully you're doing better than I am keeping track of what day it is, where you should be, and what you should be doing. And in case you didn't get to see this presently now, you do know we show our live streaming. You can access them anytime on Facebook. So huge bonus, if you can't sign in when the class is being offered, you can sign in when it's convenient for you, which is a huge bonus right now. So in case you're in the middle of homeschooling, take a break. And maybe have your children sit with you. This might actually be a great way to spend an hour with your family in the same room, no conversation necessary. Just taking time together to kind of work on yourselves from the inside out. So I know we've been spending a lot of quality time at home with our loved ones, and here's a way to spend some more quality time from a completely different place of getting to know each other. Just a suggestion, okay? And if your children really give you a lot of resistance about yoga, you can just have them come for part of it. Just ask them to come for a few minutes, and it really will help, and maybe they'll like it and want to do a little bit more. All right, so let's just begin today, closing our eyes and just taking our hands in front of the heart. And for right now, let's extend the arms all the ways up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, and I like to refer to this as holding the heavens. So your arms are extended long and strong. Feel that balance beneath you with your sit bones, and just let your knees drop down. Just taking a big stretch here, pressing your palms up to the sky. Feeling your ribs lifting away from your hips, and just start to extend, finding some length in your back. Everybody, inhale, big breath in. As you exhale, just open the arms, lift your chin up. Just bring your arms shoulder height, and start to draw your thumbs back, so feel your chest expanding. Just feel as if you're holding the weight of the world right now in your hands. Not as heavy as you expected it to be, I hope. And let's just go for a side bend. So right hand drops down, left arm up and over. Still keeping that balance in both sit bones. Just take a stretch. And let's go to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up. And reaching up and over. And coming back up. All right, I'm actually going to come off my block for right now. And just extend your right leg straight out in front, still keeping that balance on your sit bones. So I know sometimes I like to lift up and lower a couple times till I find that balance, and then just take the left leg across. Let's just start out with an open twist. So take the left hand to the outside of the leg, bring the right hand back behind you, press into your right fingertips without shifting your weight back. So what I'd like you to avoid doing, I'm going to turn to the side. I don't want you back here. I really want you to stay up on the sit bones and then rotate from there. But use this hand to kind of help you find some more length. So think about the top of the head reaching straight up. Inhale the breath here, and then exhale. See if you can rotate a little bit more. The way I like to really rotate is to press my arm against my leg, grounding that left foot into the mat. So establish here some stability, and then press the arm against the leg and rotate here. Inhaling for length, exhaling to rotate a little bit more. And you won't know how far you can go in this rotation until you let your breath really take you there. And let's go to the other direction. So same side, but just lifting on up and over. So you can now, I'm going to turn to face you this way. Lots of twisting for me. You can turn this way, you can extend the arm, take the right hand back behind you, and again, staying up on this sit bones, press into that left foot and rotate, letting the right shoulder drop down. Inhale again for length. Exhale, see if you can rotate a little further, and again, just let your breath take you there. Now, can you stay up on your sit bones and take your left foot into your right hand? Just lift it on up. So you might feel a little stretch in the hamstrings if you're not that warm right now. Still keeping that left hand behind you. Start to bring the right leg just a little across the midline
And see if you can rotate there. Inhale again for length, lifting the ribs off of the hips. Exhale, rotating, and try not to sink back, staying right on top of those sit bones.
All right, let's go to the other side. So let that leg drop down. This time we're going to cross over the right leg. Again, I just want to find that little balance right there on my sit bones. Right arm comes across, right foot's pressing into the ground, left hand behind, and using your right arm against the right leg. Inhale here, exhale, rotate, and take a peek over that left shoulder. And if you're wondering what to do with the left foot, you can flex it, you can point it, you can relax it. Doesn't really matter. Whatever feels good to you there. But make sure you're pressing into that right foot, finding stability, and then using that to rotate just a little bit more. And let's go to the other direction. So taking now, left arm comes across, right arm back behind you. You can also come right here if you prefer. Whatever works best. Some people actually like to hug their body into their leg and their leg against their body. It's all good as long as you're rotating and you're feeling something. Using the breath. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, and rotate. All right, looking over your right shoulder. And let's just add on. Your left hand holding onto your right foot. Extend the leg. Try to stay right up on the sit bones. Yeah, it might be a little bit much in the hamstrings, but you've got this. You can always keep the knee a little bent if it's too much into the hamstring. And staying up on the sit bones. Take the leg just a little across the midline, looking over the right shoulder. Alrighty. Okay, everybody. Letting go of the foot. Let's come on up into downward dog. So let's establish downward dog and the right distance between our hands and our feet. So first come into plank position and then just press back into down dog. So if you miss that, plank position is here, right? Shoulders are right above your wrists, and downward dog without moving the hands and feet. Bam, right back there. So look back to your feet, everyone. Make sure they're placed hip width apart on the mat. Chest pressing back to the thighs, arms extended long and strong. Give the elbows just a little bit of a bend, and then press them back out straight. And just try that one more time here. A little bit of a bend, and then press straight. Let's find a little deeper dog, shall we? So everybody, lift your heels up high. Bend your knees deep. Now press your chest towards your thighs. From your hands to your hips, keep the body still and just straighten the legs. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling something new, something you weren't feeling a moment ago here. And now let's just wag the dog's tail. So shift the hips over to the right and over to the left, just alternating sides, working at your pace. Starting to wake the body up a little different. And coming back to center, let's look up and step the right foot up through the hands. Help it up if it needs to. Drop that back knee down and just walk yourselves on up. So hands come right up onto the thigh, press the hips forward. So again, lots of distance here between the front heel and back knee. Use that distance to really stretch into this hip flexor here and relax into the right hip. Chest is high. So avoid being hinged forward. Try to keep the shoulders as best as you can over your hips. That's it. And let's just reach the arms on up. Take a stretch back. Yeah, try not to grip in the lower body. So if you're gripping into your glutes, try to relax. Press into your front foot and reach back. All right, hands come on down. Let's go back to that downward dog. So let's go back to plank first. Set it up, hands and feet, and then press back. And walking the dog here. So bend the right knee, drop the left heel, and switch to the other side. Walking at your pace. So realizing this whole hour is just about you working at your pace. Take a break whenever you need to, modify whenever you need to. It is your hour, everyone. And yoga really isn't about being perfect. It's just about feeling and experiencing movement and breath. So if you're doing that, then you are perfect. And make sure you stay safe, that's all. So lift up both heels, drop them both down. And now let's take the left foot up between the hands. Help it up if you need to, okay? And drop back knee down. Walk it on up, hands come right up onto the thigh, and without letting the chest fall forward, sink into this pose. So when I say try to relax in the waist down, a lot of times we like to grip, and by gripping we don't get to really experience some of the stretch. You're in a safe place here. Foot's down, knees down, so just let go into your hips. Yeah, it's an area for me that's really tight. It's definitely my trouble area. We all have those areas that we wish we could change. I don't have a lot of movement in my hips or flexibility. So stretches like this go a long way. The way, though, that I can kind of resist the stretches if I tighten into my glutes or into my quads, then I miss out on all this pain. Eesh. All right, should we take a stretch back? Press into your front foot and then reach back. Still relaxing it all from the waist down. And again, pressing into the front foot, see if you can reach back a little further. All right, I think that's all I can take right now. Hands down, sorry, and back into plank position. If it's working for you, you can always stay there. All right, from here, you're in plank. Let's just lower the knees. And now, brace the abs, everybody. Elbows pointing straight back, and let the body come on down. All right, so feet are down. Can you lift your knees? How do you do that? Engage those muscles in the lower body. And roll the shoulders back and away from me. That's it. Now, just get a little lift up here. Keep the elbows in tight, brace the abs, and just hold this pose. Head's right in line with your spine. All right, just an awesome way of bringing heat into the body, just holding a pose. And it's even sort of a modified pose, right? We're not all the ways up where we normally might go in Cobra, or even into upward dog. But this modification can be very effective, especially at the beginning of your practice. Just brings the right amount of warmth into the right areas. So keep the shoulders pressing away. Can you use your exhale and lift maybe just an inch? Yeah. That's it. All right, everybody, let's press back into child's pose. So always a great option. Anytime you feel like you're not able to maintain the rhythm of your breath, or you feel like you just need to take a moment and reconnect with your breath, or take a moment and take a break, great place to go to. So as you're in child's pose, extend your arms all the way out, pressing your sit bones back, and really with your hands, try to reach the top of the mat. So energy keeps flowing, positive energy from the shoulders out to the fingertips. All right, everybody. Let's come on back into downward dog. So safety check, let's see. Are you in the right place? Are your hands and feet properly distanced apart from one another? Ready? Just come into plank. Shoulders should pop right over those wrists. Yes? All right, now that you made it back here, let's lower down again. Knees drop down, lower the body, hips touch, lift on up through Cobra, and come on through all fours into down dog. So just a great option there. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, coming through plank, lowering down without your knees first, lifting on up, and then just a big push back. Of course, if you want even more of a challenge, you can always throw a little push-up in there. All right. Walk your feet up to your hands today. Just go for a little walk up to the top of the mat. And let's take the hands right above the knees on the thighs and press into a flat back. Hold the body still here. Where is your weight right now? Is it back into your heels? Can you wiggle your toes? Try to bring it into all four corners of your feet where you can't lift your toes or your heels. And you feel that balance where your hips are right over the ankles, not back here. Okay. Hopefully you can see the difference between here and here. If not, just trust me. And everyone now, extend the arms back into jet airplane. As you reach the hands back, see if you can extend a little bit more through the spine. So energy out of the fingertips and out of the top of the head. Still keeping that balance in all four corners of your feet. And swing the arms through, take a little back bend on top, and hands to the heart. All right, let's just start to flow. Hands right here at the heart, point the fingertips down and roll the body down. Walk back into plank position, everyone. So just take a big step back. Option will also be to jump back. We'll get to that. Lower the knees, or just lower the body. Coming on up in through cobra, and returning on back into downward dog. Taking whatever option works best for you. Look up to the top of the mat and walk or jump the feet back up. Hanging here. Roll, hands up to the top of the thighs, press into the flat back. Extend the arms back into jet airplane. Sweep the arms through just as we did a moment ago. Little back bend here, hands come right down through the heart center and back on down you go. Walk or jump on back into plank position. That's it. Lowering the knees or just lowering the body. Coming back up through cobra. Returning on back into downward dog. Looking on up to the top of the mat. Walk or jump back up. Hang here. Hands to the top of the thighs. Press and extend. Arms reaching back. Swinging the arms through. Taking the back bend and diving back on down. Walk or jump on back into plank position. Lower the body. That's it. Lifting back up. Returning on back into down dog. Walk or jump up to the hands. Hang here. Flat back again. A little longer this time. A little more distance from tail to top of the head. Arms extend. Bring it right through. Pressing the hips forward and diving back on down. Walk or jump back into your plank position. Take your options to lower down. Lifting back up. Returning on back, downward dog. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up to the hands, everyone. And hands back to the top of the thighs. Come on, you know this by now. Extend the arms. Sweep them through. One more time and drop back on down. Walk or jump on back. Continuing to flow with your breath. Lifting on up. Back on into down dog. And walk or jump the feet back up to the hands. Hands to the thighs. Woo, flat back. Reach back and sweep it through. And just bring the hands to the heart, everyone. Okay, hopefully that woke you up a little bit. Let's move on. Have a seat here in powerful pose. Extend the arms. Sweep the hands around, return back to that flat back. Extend here and lower it on down. Walk or jump on back into plank position. You got it. Now turn, lifting the right hand on up. Step the right foot in front. That's it. And bringing it back into plank position. Turning to the other direction. Left hand up. Step the left foot in front. You got it. And back into plank position. Lowering down. Take your options. Bring it back up. And return on back into down dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Lowering the back knee down. Press into the front foot and take a stretch. Hands down to either side of the foot. Step back into downward dog. Left foot up between the hands. Right knee down. Press and extend back. Hands back down to either side of the foot. Reach back into downward dog. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up.
And tuck and roll. Inhale, arms come up. Have a seat. Take the hands back around. Press and extend. Lowering back on down. Walk or jump back into plank position. Turning again to the right. Right hand on up. You can step that right foot in front if you wish. And back to plank position. Turning to the other side. Left foot comes on in front if you like. Otherwise, just back to plank position. Lowering down. Lifting back up. And returning on back, downward dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Left knee down. Take a stretch back. Hands coming down to either side of the foot. Step back, downward dog. Left foot forward. Right knee down. And stretch on back. Hands coming down to either side of the foot. Step back. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up. Hang here. Roll it on up. Have a seat, everybody. Dropping down low. Hands come around. Can you extend? Finding more length. And exhale, lower down a little deeper. Walk or jump back into plank position. Turning to the right. Right hand up. You can step that right foot in front. And bring it back into plank. Turning to the other side. Left foot up. Left hand up, sorry. You can lift the left foot up too if you wish. And back to plank. Lowering the body down. Coming back up. And use the breath. Back to downward dog. Stepping forward with the right foot. Left knee down. And press into the front foot to reach back. Sink into it. Hands down. Bring it back, downward dog. Left foot forward. Right knee down. Press into it. Hands down to either side of the foot. Bring it on back, everyone. And look up. Walk or jump the feet back up. Hang here. Roll it on up one more time like this. Lifting high. Sinking low. Take it around. Press and extend. Using the breath to float down deeper. Walk or jump back into that perfect plank. Turn to the side plank. Arm up. And back into plank position. Turn to the other side. Arm up, that's it. Back to plank position. Use your breath to lower down and to lift back up through cobra. Return on back into down dog. And right foot coming up. Left knee down. Bring it on back, sink into it. Hands down. Step back. Other foot forward. And drop that back knee. Reach back. Hands come on down. Take it on back. Look up. Walk or jump the feet back up. Hang here. Roll it on up. And salute the sun. Ooh, hands to the heart. Awesome. All right. Let's go into a little bit of balance here. So diver's pose. Feet are together. Hands in front of the heart to start. Lift the heels up. So they don't have to lift up too high, but they shouldn't be touching the mat at all. Okay? So squeeze right into your big heel, into your heels and big toes. Not your big heels, your heels and big toes. Maybe you have big heels. Wasn't what I was trying to imply. All right, so keeping the hands right in front of the heart, hinge at the hip, keeping a flat back, diving forward. Oh, that's why it's called diver's pose. Don't let the heels touch the mat. All right, so just keeping the hands right in front of the heart, keeping the back long and flat. Squeeze into your midline and lift right back on up. Don't let the heels touch the mat. And lift on up. And lower the heels. All right, let's do it again. We're getting a little bit more fancy. So, still squeezing those big heels, just joking. The big toes and heels together. All right, everybody, inhale the breath here. Exhale, hinge at the hip. Don't let the heels touch down. Now reach the arms back into jet airplane. That's it. Extend long and strong into the spine. Open the arms back out into full airplane. Here's your challenge. Bring your arms up to frame your face. That's it.
Let's reverse. Out to airplane. Bring it back to jet airplane. Hands back in front of the heart. Elbows out wide. And lift back up. Don't let the heels touch. Ooh. And lower down. Somehow it's always more challenging than I remember it to be. All right, little shake. Let's work on tree. So standing tall, you can lift your foot up to here, here, wherever it feels. I wore the right pants today. These are my tree pants. My foot basically is almost like Velcro against these pants. They're awesome. All right. So feel your foot pressing into your leg. So even if your foot's down here, make that connection of that foot, your right foot, pressing into the left leg. Or if you want to come up here, you can. But what's most important is you feel that stability going on with your foot pressing in. All right. Now I love, 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 love this. Extend the arms on out. Open the right hand out first, but follow your fingertips because it's never easy to change your focus while balancing. Keep your foot pressing into the leg. That is the trick. And look to the other direction now. Ooh, 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 ooh. I gotta change my focus. Look down to your left hand. Oh, that wasn't as easy as it was on the right for me. All right, look straight ahead. Arms are gonna go up. You're gonna change your focus and look up. That's it. Hold it here. Just looking up. Easy breath. And now just look straight ahead and lower the hands back to the heart. Yay! Ready for the other side? Shake it out. No matter how many times I practice this, it's challenging. To change your focus while balancing, never easy. All right, so let's go to the other side. So for those of you who have trouble balancing, maybe just focus on the balancing part. Don't worry about changing your focus today. For those of you who want the challenge, change your focus. I'm having trouble a little bit now. I might not change my focus with the way that just started off.
Talking makes it harder.
All right. Yeah, talking and balancing. Extend the arms on out, straight ahead. And let's follow the left hand out to the side, changing your focus. Keep pressing that left foot against the leg. That's it. Now to the other side. Looking and changing your focus, looking to the right. That's it. Keep pressing your foot against your leg. Now looking on up, hands are going to come on up and hold it here. Easy breath. Keep pressing the foot against the leg. And then just look straight ahead and lower the hands to the heart. That's it. Ready to shake? And shake it out. Okay. I have more balance to come to. But we're going to start to flow a little bit more. So lift the arms on up. And everyone give a big dive down. Hang here. Step back. Let's go left foot first today. Just to change it up. Left foot steps back. Lower that left heel down and lift the arms on up for warrior one. So taking the time here to square off through the shoulders and the hips. Take a deep breath in and let's extend our warrior ones. So when you extend it, you don't drop the chest, but you lengthen from your heel to your fingertips. All right, so you don't want to be this person. You want to extend the spine. So no rounding in the back, sinking into the legs. You're not hinging at the hips either. You're just dropping down and extending here. That's it. Keeping those arms right up by your ears, looking straight ahead. All right, from here, everybody, hands go down to the mat. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot up, toes pointing down. Now your standing right leg can be straight or bent, doesn't matter to me. But make sure those left toes are pointing down. You don't want the hip open here. You want everything squared off. And now just let your fingertips dangle, hovering right over the ground. That's it. We're going to take a big step back into warrior one. Arms come on up. Open on up. Now everybody into warrior two. That's it. Arms extend long and strong, focusing over your right fingertips. Can you drop down a little bit more, working to get this right thigh parallel to the mat? You got it. All right, everybody, hands down to either side of the foot, square off. Right leg is going to go up high to the sky. Lift it all the ways up.
Press into the hands. Now here you can open up the hip. So have the toes pointed out towards the side of the room, hands pressing into the mat, chest pressing back to your left thigh. And lift the right leg up just a little bit more if you can get it there. Arms are straight and strong. Keep pressing into your hands. And now everybody lift up the left heel, sweep the right foot back, lower the back heel down. You are back into warrior one. Lift up. That's it. And now returning back into warrior two. Woo, right? Your legs are starting to feel this, I hope. Let's go into sun warrior. So turn your palm up and reach back. Sink down a little deeper, walk the left fingertips down the back of the leg and reach back a little bit further. Sink down a little bit more, walk the fingertips back, reach back. All right, you're there? Let's go, one hand at a time, windmill the arms around, and once again, right leg up high. This time, everybody, though, bend at the knee. Press the foot over towards the left side and look under the right armpit. If you can let your lower back release, you'll find yourself getting an even better stretch here. So try to press your hips over towards the right side of the room as the right foot reaches to the left side of the room. So you want to get a little bit of an arch into the back if you can, just to take a stretch. Everyone, stay here, but lift up the left heel. We're going to take the right knee to the right elbow. Bam. Awesome. That's it, just hold it here. So if you notice, my shoulders are a little bit ahead of my wrists. That's the best way to really get the elbow all the way, the knee all the way up to the elbow. If you're back too far, it's a little bit more challenging. You guys look good. Are you still here with us? Ready? Extend the right leg up high. Woo! Flex the foot hard, press into the hands. That's it. Can you lift the leg up a little higher? Keep grounding into your hands here. Everyone, lift up the left heel high. And now as you glide forward, right leg comes down. Ah, that feels good, doesn't it? And everybody, you can lower the knees or just lower the body. Hips touch. Coming back up through cobra. Relax the shoulders. Let's go back into downward dog. Ground into the heels. And focus to the top of the mat. Look up and walk or jump the feet up. Hang here, everyone. First two fingers around your big toes. Exhale into this. And now use these moments here to feel something into the hamstrings, to feel a little bit more length through the spine, and to reconnect with your breath. Keep pulling on your toes to draw the crown of your head down closer to the mat. Each exhalation, you should be able to have some sort of movement, something that makes you feel something new. Don't be that person that's just here waiting to see what comes next. You pretty much know what comes next, the left side. I'm sorry, the right side. We did the left side first. The right side. So be here, be present. Exhale. One more full breath. And exhale all the way out. See where you can go. Release the hands and everybody right foot steps back. Place the right foot flat, arms up, and sink here. All right, so shoulders and hips are squared off. That's it. Take a deep breath in. See if you can drop down just a little deeper into your lunge. All right, everybody, we're going to extend warrior one. Inhale here, exhale, lengthen into this. So remember, you're not really tipping at the hip where you're here. Back is long and flat, and you're not dropping through the chest. You got it. So keep the arms extending long and strong. And now everybody, hands down. Shift your weight into the front foot and lift the back leg up. So now your left leg can be straight or bent, your choice, whatever feels best, but your right toes are pointed down. And now just lift the fingertips away, letting them hover here. That's it, find your balance. Told you there's gonna be some more balance here. And step back, big step back, land it. Warrior one, drop into the legs. You got it, now open up into warrior two. So focusing over the left fingertips. Inhale the breath here. Exhale, can you come down a little bit more? Again, this time left thigh parallel to the mat. You got it, keep straight and strong. Feel free to use that back right leg, lifting the knee so the left leg works a little less. And now hands down to either side of the foot. Square off, we're gonna lift the left leg up high. And bend at the knee. So now this time everyone with the knee bent, lift the knee up high. Press that left foot over towards the right side of the room. And look underneath your left armpit. Now, if you can let go a little bit in your lower back, you're going to feel this awesome stretch happening. So keep the knee lifting, right? So you don't want to drop this knee. Knee stays up high, foot presses over towards the right, and release in the lower back. That's it. Beautiful, everyone. Lift the heel up high, and now we're going to pull left knee up to left elbow. Right here. And your choice, the foot can be flexed, the foot can be pointed, you can roll it around, you can wiggle the toes. That's it. Remember, shoulders are just a little bit ahead of the wrists. Back is extended, and don't forget to breathe, my friends. Have we been here long enough? All right, let's go back up. Woo! Lifting up now. Right heel up, lift that left leg up just a little bit higher. Press into the hands, and now sweep that left leg through. Right foot flat, back on up for warrior one. Open on up into warrior two. That's it, sinking low. Turn the palm up, and let's take a beautiful stretch back here, everyone. Sinking into the legs. Walk the right fingertips down the back of the leg, and reach back a little bit more with the left. Sink down a little deeper. Walk it down, stretching back. One more time. Can you go a little lower? Walk it back, stretch. That's it. And hands come down around. Once again, left leg up high. Just keep this leg straight. Press into the hands. Send the chest back to the right thigh. Keep the leg lifting up. Everyone lift up the heel, the right heel, and now just glide forward, leg lowering. Back into your plank. Awesome. Ha! Lower down. And catch my breath there, sorry. Lift back up, and returning on back into down dog. Walk to the top of the mat, walk or jump, and we're back into our forward fold. So I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little warmer. I want to use that warmth. Hands back in the calves. Press the chest to the thighs. Exhale into it and go a little deeper. Think about where your weight is right now. Don't let it sink back to the heels. Bring it into all four corners of your feet. And then exhale, pressing your chest to your thighs, getting as close body to body here as you can. Don't take any stress into the neck and shoulders. And one final breath. Exhale, feeling it right here. And hands down, step back with the left foot. Oh, we're back into warrior one. Ha, lift up. Open back up into warrior two. Okay. Reach forward, everybody. Take the elbow down, take the left arm up by the ear. All right, let's start off here. Hand onto the hip and press down. Such a great tool. You can always do this, even if the instructor doesn't cue you. Just a great way of reminding yourselves where you can go with this pose. So again, you're working to get this thigh parallel. From here, I just like to extend my arm straight out and then bring it right up by my ear, because that way my arm's really connected into my shoulder, and I can lengthen now, pressing my left heel into the mat, my left pinky toe into the mat, and extending my fingertips away. So ground there and reach. Staying deep into your legs. You got it. Keep that arm straight and strong.
All right, let's reach the arm straight up and lower down, this hand down, either holding onto the ankle or you can use a block. Here, you can set the block back behind, but just reach the arm straight up. Just feels nice and open here. So you have a straight line from your right wrist to your left wrist. And again, you can also be holding onto the ankle. If you don't have a block, grab a shoebox. I don't care, grab anything. Phone book, still a phone book? And bring the arm back around you. If you like, just hook it onto the thigh. Roll that left shoulder back and look over it. That's it, staying deep into your legs. All right, turn and face forward, lifting up the back heel. Walk the hands up the front of the leg and sink down into it. If you want to lower the back knee down, you certainly can. Otherwise, just bring the arms up. Anyone else feeling this in their legs right now? All right, hands to the heart. Rotate. Inner thigh. Look over again that left shoulder. That's it. I'm feeling this in my legs. All right, let's go. Hands down, square off, lift up. Right leg up high. Sorry, right leg up high. Whew. All right. Square it off. Point the toes down, square off in the hips and the shoulders. Point the toe, bend at the knee. All right, so the knee is down, the toes are up. Different than we were before. Before we had the knee lifted, now we don't. Lift up though, the left heel. Take the shoulders over the wrists. Still pointing the toe up high to the sky. So hips and shoulders level. That's it. You can stay right here looking up for a little bit more. Bend your elbows in and lift your toes up a little higher, coming into scorpion. That's it. So try to look up from here. I should be looking this way, but I want to look at you. And smile. Extend the leg. Drop the hips. Lift it on up into cobra. And press on back into downward dog. Ooh, that was a good one. Heels dropping down. Sit bones reaching higher. Play around with this here. Ground into the hand. So let's start off. Just press into the right hand. And now press into the left hand. Press into the right foot. Press into the left foot. Everybody, all together, ground into both hands and both feet to the best of your ability. That's it. And then look up, walk or jump the feet up to the hands. Hang here. Hold on to opposite elbows. And pull those elbows down. Connect with your breath. As you exhale, pull the elbows a little bit closer to the mat. One more breath here, and release the hands. Let's step back this time with the right foot, and arms up, warrior one. That's it, open on up into warrior two. So setting it up again, back right leg working strong, left thigh working to get parallel to the mat, and everyone reach forward, lower the elbow down, and take that right arm up. So again, let's do what we did on the other side. Press the hip down. So keeping this leg straight, working again, trying to get that left thigh parallel to the mat, reach the arm out, straight ahead, shoulder height, and then just bring it up by the ear. So just a way of connecting your arm and your shoulder and sinking into this. Because a lot of times I see people rounded into it or their arms doing crazy stuff. Just a way of simplifying it all. Keep using that back right leg straight. Reaching your fingertips away from your foot as the foot grounds into the mat. Whew. All right, everybody. Let's reach down with the left hand, right arm goes straight up to the sky. And remember, you can use a block here if you wish. I like to use the back because it really forces me then to kind of stack my shoulders. But you can certainly use it in front, and you can also just hold on here. And now everyone, take the arm back behind you, roll the shoulder, and sink into it.
You look over your right shoulder, staying low into the legs. All right, let's go. Hands down, square off here. Back heels up, square off to the front, arms come up, lifting your chest. You're ready? Slide the hands to the heart, rotate. Left elbow to the inside of the thigh, look over the right shoulder again, staying low into these legs. Hopefully you're feeling this. I know I am. Hands are right at heart center, please. So try not to let them shift over to the right side of your chest. All right, hands down, leg up. Woo. Okay, square it off so toes are pointing down. Hips and shoulders are square. Point the toe, bend at the knee. Lift that up. Keep it lifting all up as one unit. Right heel rises. Send the shoulders over the wrists. Look up. Now maybe you just stay right here. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want to go down a little deeper, elbows bend, lift the toes up a little higher and look up. Awesome. Full scorpion, right? Ready, set, extend the legs. Hips drop. Lift back up through cobra and return on back into downward dog. Okay. Pressing into the heels. Feeling something you haven't felt yet in down dog. What's it going to take to get you there? Should we do what we did in the beginning? Let's try it. Lift the heels up. Bend the knees deep. Press the chest to the thighs. Hold the trunk still. And just lengthen the legs. Whew, that worked for me. I hope it worked for you. Everyone, right foot forward. Between the hands. Walk the foot over to the left hand. It's pigeon time. And come on down. Now for many of you, you're like, yay. For me, I'm like, I'm doing this for you. Okay. Extend the back leg. So, pigeon. I look ridiculous doing pigeon because my hips don't open. So, do as I say, not as I do. Ideally, you would like the ankle and the knee parallel to the front edge of your mat, with this knee down and your hips down. Can't work for me. So my foot stays in a little closer to my groin, and I go from here. Am I feeling it? Yes. Let's just extend the body forward to start. So wherever you are, the best way to get the most out of this pose is by doing less. How great is that? So no tightening in the lower body. And just let gravity draw your hips towards your mat, clearing out those large storage spaces. So I always think of like the hip sockets as these large storage spaces. So it is your body. What are you going to store there? It's up to you. I'm thinking sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, all good things. Get rid of everything else. These are the moments where we get to make choices. And we really get to pay attention to how our body is functioning, making sure we're giving it every opportunity to function at the best level it can. So give yourselves permission to let go of anything that's being stored there that isn't making you stronger and more effective in life. Sometimes we store stuff that weighs us down and holds us back. All right, I don't know about you, but I need a good quad stretch today. So let's walk it on up, reach on back. We're gonna go for the foot. And draw that foot in. Now, you can just stay right here. If you want to go into mermaid, you can go into mermaid, or just squat out forward and come on down. Your choice. Getting as little or as much out of this as you need. Use your breath into that quad and try to let go. Try not to grip anywhere. And let's just let go of that leg. Tuck the toes under and press back into the heel. Sinking into the hips some more. Coming up, right elbow down, left hand on top, and just into an open twist here with the back knee off. Take hand.
I'm done torturing myself on this side. I'm ready to be tortured on the other side. For all of you, you're probably like, I love that. That wasn't torture. Welcome to my world. Oh gosh, how do I get out of this now? All right, we're gonna go back to down dog. Go to down dog so you don't watch how ungraceful I am while doing this, please. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna watch her. All right, oh, there we go. Yeah, pigeon and I, not friends. All right, so just stepping forward now with the left foot. Whew. Sinking into your lunge and walking the foot over. Remember what I said to you before. Ideally, you want your ankle and knee parallel to the front edge of the mat. Flex your left foot here. Ooh, that feels kind of good on this side. All right, and whenever you're ready, everybody, lowering on down, stretching it on out to start. So once you get there, keep in mind trying to relax everything from the lower body. You might not even realize you're gripping into your glutes or tightening there. So sometimes it's best just to take your breath and kind of let your breath scan its way through the body. And let it linger in the hips right now, clearing out those storage pockets. Shoulders squared off and your hips squared off. All right, anyone feel like joining me in a quad stretch? Completely up to you. And walk it on up. Reach on back and grab onto your foot. Ooh. So remember, you can also go into mermaid here if you prefer. You can stay right up here, or if you want to, come on down with me. Just extending on out, still holding on to the foot. Let it go here. Sorry, how to do it. It hurts. Wow. Anyone else feeling that as a wow moment? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, still here. I'm going to direct my breath into those areas that are screaming right now. Please do the same if you're having the same experience. Okay, I think I've had enough. Let go. And tuck the back toes under. Come on up, everyone. And now this time we're going to place down left elbow down, right elbow on top, and just relax into this, looking over the right shoulder. Keeping that back leg extended. And the knee off of the mat. All right, everybody. Coming on up. Bringing both feet out, both legs out in front. So divide the legs, about hip width apart, sitting up tall. So get up onto those sit bones again. So again, you might have to adjust and readjust, and that's fine. But you want your shoulders over your hips, you don't want the pelvis tucked under, and lift the arms on up. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lengthen here, pressing your heart forward. Try not to compensate by rounding in the back. And I like to flex my feet here. Keep the chest pressing forward, feeling a beautiful stretch down the back. And now we're gonna take the right arm to the outside of the left leg and reach the left arm straight up to the sky. Press the hand against the leg, against the foot, or the leg, wherever you might be. Maybe you can't reach your foot. Reach here. You're still good. And rotate. Exhale into this. Keep the chest lifted. So if you can, press the hand against the leg of the foot and lift the chest. So you almost feel more if you're not bent over so far. Okay. Let's go to the other side. So sit up tall, lift the arms up, feeling that balance again. Inhale here, exhale, hinge forward. And now we're going to take that left arm across to the outside of the right leg or the right foot, reach the right arm straight up and rotate here. Keep leading with your heart, everybody. Holding on with your hand, whether it's to the leg or the foot. Reaching the arm up. And coming right back on up. Whew, okay. Come up to the front of the mat and roll the body down. And turn this way. We did this the other day outside, a couple weeks ago, and Linda and I were out there. But great stretch, especially after all the work we just did. Lift your legs straight up, open the legs up, point the toes down, and press into your inner thighs. You can also hold on to your toes if you wish, and go to here. But make sure you feel that sacrum, that flat lower part of your back down on the mat, so you keep your spine in neutral. Try not to arch into this in any way, shape, or form. We get a great stretch. That's it. From here, everyone, bend your knees. Bring your feet parallel to the ground, or you can hold on to the inside of your arches, the outside of your feet, the big toes, or the inside of your thighs. Now, happy baby. Most important thing about this pose, everyone, isn't whether you're holding your feet, your legs, your toes, your arches, blah, 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 blah. It is that your tailbone is down. So find that neutral spine, own it. And if you can keep your tailbone down and hold on to your feet, go for it. But if you feel that tailbone lifting on up, readjust and hold on somewhere else. Feet are parallel to the ceiling, knees are out wider than the hips. Make sure that the feet are parallel to the ceiling. You don't want anything weird and wild going on here or like this. I love to see this in class. I'm like, what are you doing? You're missing out on the fun. Here is the fun, folks. Right? Exhale into this. Here, everybody, open out just one leg out to the side. That's it. You can be holding on to the inner thigh, you can be holding on to the foot, the toes, whatever works, and bend it on back. Feel that balance in the hips. Don't let that balance change, and extend the other leg out. So yeah, that right hip, if you're extending the right leg out, the left hip wants to dip, but try not to let that happen. Just get a good stretch here. And bending it back in. All right, let's let go of our feet. Hug the knees on into the chest. Roll the ankles around. Wiggle the toes. Other direction. And lengthen both legs down to the mat. All right, we're not done yet. Pull the right knee into the chest. And extend the leg straight up to the sky. Lift head, neck, and shoulders on up and walk yourselves up, drawing the leg in a little bit closer towards you. Scooping in the belly, relaxing the shoulders. From here, drawing the leg in. Hopefully you're still here with me. And let's go for a walk back down. Keep the leg pulling in, lower back down. All right, let's hold on now. We're going to extend the right arm out, holding on with the left hand to the foot, to the leg, to the toes, wherever you feel most comfortable. Feel that leg kind of dropping into the hip socket, and keeping the hips balanced, just open the leg up as much as you can without compensating in the hips. And again, you might notice my range of motion really limited. Inhale here, exhale, can you pull the leg towards you? I don't care how limited it might be. Oh goodness, can I feel this? My legs are just doing that little shaky shake. Keep exhaling into it, pulling the leg. Relax. Still shaking up the storm over here, folks. one more full breath here. Let's bring the leg back up. So have it lined up right in with the left hip. Open up, left arm here, right hand comes onto the leg of the foot, and just guide it across. Just enough, oh my goodness, that you start to feel that stretch without lifting up the left hip. And if you're not sure, you can always take the left hand onto the hip to maintain its placement. Keep the leg fully extended, please. Try not to bend at the knee. You're going to miss out on some of the fun. And then bring the leg towards you, not towards the ground. Love these stretches. We should all do these stretches probably more often than we do. And just bend the knees. Hug it on in. Roll the ankles around, wiggle the toes. And let's just rock and roll on up. Hi, here I am, I'm back. Just didn't want to do all that from the other angle because I don't think you really want to see it from the other angle. All right, so cross-legged position to finish. So once you feel that balance in your sit bones, palms facing up to the sky, you can bring your thumb and index finger together if you wish. Relax the muscles in your face here, everyone, and close your eyes. I'm still here. I just want you to enjoy just a moment with your own thoughts right now. Quieting your breath. Just listen to what the universe has to tell you. We've all heard that expression, I can't even hear myself think. I think a lot of times we choose not to hear ourselves. We find ways to distract ourselves from that little inner voice that's telling us what we really do need to know. Sometimes what we need to know isn't what we want to know. So just take these moments and try to hear that little voice. Try to listen to those areas that need a little extra attention from you. Listen and trust your own instincts. When we hear somebody, we're privileged to be able to use one of our senses. When we listen to someone, it's even more of a privilege to be able to learn what someone is telling us. Or maybe that someone is yourself, to listen to what your body is telling you. We can hear it, but listening to it and applying it is the hard part. While we're shuttered in right now, we can distract ourselves by cleaning out closets and drawers and reorganizing and homeschooling and gardening and mulching, and wow, we can find so much to do. But while we're busy keeping ourselves physically engaged, can we hear and listen to what our bodies are telling us, to what our spirit and our soul is saying? Just as you're making time for everything else, make time for you. Not just to do yoga, not just to do one of these awesome workouts that we're lucky enough to have, but to quiet yourselves long enough and in such a way that you can really pay attention. And then use that knowledge, making yourself stronger from the inside out. Thank you so much for making time today to join us here in yoga. See you soon.